What is going on? I hope everyone is doing so good today. I am very excited. You might have noticed the way I'm recording and how it's shooting probably looks a little bit different and probably sounds a little bit different. Please bear with me. I don't know how bad it sounds or looks. I'm really excited. Today, I'm gonna kind of consider this a vlog, even though I don't know if that's really what this is. We are gonna go to this plant swap. It already started. It's gonna go on for a couple of hours. It's supposed to be like this electronic dance setup. I don't know. I read the description and I got really confused by the concept, but I like a lot of the things that they're saying, so I'm very much enticed. Sounds like it's gonna be a pretty decent sized one. The last one I went to was absolutely massive, the biggest I've ever been to. I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything, but I probably will, because that's just the type of person I am, and I'm really impulsive at times. That is the vibes for today. I'm also going to drop off this plant to my mom. It's this Dracaena that I've been like slowly nursing to health again. She's been really wanting a plant. She wants something easy. I'm like, I got you. These are hard to kill, just don't overwater it. So we're gonna drop that off to her today. I might stop at this vintage shop that I used to go to all the time when I used to live closer to it. It is going to be on my way back, so I'm like, so we'll see. We'll see what the vibes are, and also like if I have plants, I might not be able to go in, but the weather's pretty nice today, so I think I could get away with it if I park in a shady spot. I do want to show y'all a couple of, we'll call it like apartment updates, because we got some new furniture in here and I really like it and I really want to show it off. Okay, starting off, we got a new rug and a new light fixture. Both of them are from Ikea. The only other time I get furniture is off like Facebook Marketplace. I really realize I don't buy furniture anywhere else. Let me show you what we got. We have this beautiful big circle red rug. They did like this vintage drop. I still don't know what the situation is. I don't know if it's all from the same collection or if it's just different things from different collections, but I just feel like it looks so good in the space. It's so bright. It's such a statement piece, and the way that it's just kind of like a circle instead of it being more of like a rectangle. I don't know. There's something about it that just feels so right. We just got one of those like little pendant lights that just plugs into the wall. And honestly, it has been so nice having this here. It makes the space so much brighter. We only have one other light in that far corner, those little squares. And so having this has made nighttime just so nice and just so bright and pretty. I really like it. It's been a nice little add-on, especially for it not being super expensive. It took a while to convince my partner to let me try this and to keep it, but he actually started really liking it, so I don't think we're gonna return it. I think we're gonna just keep it. I also have been selling so much spare furniture and just so much spare things around the apartment. It's been so nice to kind of look at everything, especially starting off the year and being like, this we don't need, this we don't need. I don't really feel like this really adds anything. Can we sell this? Can we get rid of this? So we have so much stuff on like Facebook Marketplace right now. There's still things that I'm adding on, and it's been nice because any of that spare money that we get, we are saving it to get pieces that complement the space or just complement our vibe in general. I definitely feel like it used to be a little bit more of that boho vibe, at least kind of like little statements of boho. I had a lot of rattan, I had a lot of wicker. I still like some of it, but a lot of it I kind of grew out of, and I think he also did as well too. We have a lot of ideas of what we want to get in the future, so as things sell, we should be getting some new pieces in the space, which I'm really excited about. Also, just wanted to show, I finally decided to decorate up on top here, and it feels so nice. It's not perfect, it's not everything. This was me running around being like, what do we have in this space and what can I put up there to make it feel a little bit more lived in? And just putting a handful of plants up there and just little knickknacks and things really just makes it feel like lived in a little bit more. Now that we have everything set up, it's like 10 or no, it's like almost 11, right? Oh yeah, it's 11 on the dot. I want to get going. It started at 10. I don't want to get there too late because I'm worried all the cool stuff might go too quick. I'm also going to go through and grab the Dracaena that I mentioned. We're going to get that into the car as well, and we're going to start our day. So here is the Dracaena in question. This is the one I'm going to give it to my mom. I have been slowly reviving it. I got it as a rescue. It wasn't in too bad condition. It was just in really wet soil, and I think wherever they had it just wasn't bright enough. So after swapping in, giving it some good old light. It is definitely producing more leaves. It's definitely sizing up slowly, and it seemed to have fully bounced back. So that's why I feel good about giving it to her now. I also like when I lean, it's not like leaning over. I can tell the roots are kind of like secured in the soil. So that's another reason why I feel a little bit more confident to give it to her. I also think I'm gonna give her this pot. I think this pot's from Ikea. I think my friend gave it to me when he moved out of state, because I don't remember buying this. Anyway, I think she would really appreciate the pot, and I think it'll just make it a lot easier for her in general, so she doesn't have to worry about it. Oh, all the cats are showing up today. Hi, buddy. Let's get this into the car and let's get on the road. We are just gonna head over to the plant swap. It's really nice weather today. I'm gonna find a shady spot. I'll crack my window, and I'm not really worried about this plant. Once I'm done, I'll go through and I will drop it off at my mom's. Alrighty, so just got here. I kind of parked away because like, I get really embarrassed like filming myself. Like I get so embarrassed. I get embarrassed filming myself in my own home around my partner. So you can only imagine me running around with my phone. It's the one thing I'm trying to get better at, because I love watching people like run around and go do things and like be out and about. But like, I don't know, I get a little anxious about it, and I think I start to overthink what is going on in the area. Like, oh, is that person uncomfortable like with me filming? Like I'd start to get like very worried, and I'm always worried that someone's gonna be like, hey, like, are you recording? Can you not? That is like probably why I don't go out and do things like that. But I'm trying to be a little bit more like adventurous. It's a new year. I'm already been starting and doing a lot of new things, so we're gonna give this a shot. I'm excited. I did find a nice shady spot, like I said, so let's see what we got. Let's see if I get any impulse buys. There's a really good Hoya vendor here, and I think that's where I might be in trouble. Just got back in the car. I got a really big plant, and I didn't mean to get this big plant, but I was talking to the seller, and I'm so upset I didn't get the name of them. They were so sweet. They were so cool. They had a really cool collection as well too. They had this cute squammy, like a little philodendron squamifirma. I always call them squammy. Really beautiful one. I was like, man, how much? They're like, oh, 40. And I was like, okay, like, am I gonna commit to a squammy right now? I don't really know. And then I saw, and I was telling them, I was like, oh, I love your mother one, this big one that they had. It's so gorgeous. And she's like, oh, that thing, like, we're done with it. And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, I'll sell it to you for 20. And I was like, that's mine. Look at this big. This is so big, but look how gorgeous. Like, I don't understand how they were done with it. For $20, like, come on. And like, it's pushing out new growth. You can see all the chop points and stuff too, but like, she's gorgeous. She is everything. She is the blueprint. I'm sorry, she is mother. We have a project on our hands. I think we're gonna have some cuttings, and I think we're gonna readjust the big ones and kind of see what we're working with, because I like, words cannot describe how like in love I am with this. And then I ended up getting this growing medium. It's labeled as Witch's Brew. It's an inorganic growing medium. The IG for this person is Thick Witch Greenhouse. She was so sweet. She gave me like a really good detailed breakdown of like what's in the mix. I know she said like lava rock. Oh yeah, it says lava rock, pumice, zeolite I think is actually how it's pronounced, excuse me, clay. And it's also shifted and rinsed. So it's not fertilized. So I have to do that part. This is actually the same seller that I bought those Hoyas and one of my last like little plant hauls that I did, and they're both doing great, and I'm pretty sure they're in this mix, which is why I'm kind of like, So I think I want to keep those Hoyas in this mix, and who knows, I might even mess around and try it with some of my other Hoyas. I have that Hoya Merrily, I can't remember the pronunciation, but I've had it for a while and it has not done anything, and it's in soil. So I'm kind of contemplating, depending on how crazy the root system is, I might mess with this. All right, now that I got that out of my system, we are gonna head over to my mom's place. I don't know if she's there. She might not be. If so, I'm just gonna drop it off at her door. Honestly, really good that I'm getting rid of one plant, because this big boy's coming right in.
Does it have a name?
What?
The plant?
Yeah.
What?
It is a Dracaena.
No.
I just left my mom's place. She loved the Dracaena. She's like, a little small, and I was like, okay, well, we can get you something bigger in the future, but let's just baby steps with this one. So I'm excited. I think she'll really enjoy it. I kind of gave her a whole breakdown on it, and then I ended up staying over there for hours, so I don't see her too often, so it was nice just to hang out. I don't think I'll have time to make it to the shop that I really wanted to go to, which is totally okay. And I felt bad because I left this philodendron in the car for the last couple hours, but I had the windows cracked. It was really nice and it was in shade, so I don't think it's gonna be too affected by it. We're gonna head home. I'm gonna get this up here, and then I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put it for the time being until we give it a little makeover, because it definitely needs some help. I just got home. I have the Squammy here, and oh, it's so pretty, especially with the light coming in right now. Just to give you like a general idea of how massive this philodendron squamiferum, I need to look up how to pronounce it properly, but oh my gosh, and then just the little fuzz. Oh, I am so excited. This is gonna be such a fun little project. Just for context, like, come on. I'm excited. We're definitely gonna prop this guy up and get it adjusted in general, but also look at it in the light, like, come on. This is so gorgeous. Maybe this will help me not be impulsive and get philodendron serpens, because that's like a wish list plant for me, specifically because of the fuzzy petioles, because that is like the one reason why I absolutely love the philodendron serpens and why I really want one. But to find this big old boy for 20 bucks, yeah, I couldn't pass it up. I just wanted to get a better shot of the place when the sun is setting. So, if you can't tell, I got a haircut and I think I am in love. I have not had my hair cut in literally, God, 2 years, if not longer. It did get to the point where it was like down to here, so my partner did cut like a couple inches because it was just way too much. And that was just kind of what it was. And if you followed me for the last year, you know that every video I have a hat on, and it's probably the Green Tanks hat. Like, I only felt confident and comfortable wearing hats, and anytime I tried to just have my hair down or in a bun, I just did not feel like it complimented me, nor did I feel like I was styling it well. I took care of it, it's just I didn't do anything with it, and that kind of became something that I just didn't really like. Shout out to Brad, he did me so good. It feels really good just to have kind of like this light flowy hair. I didn't realize how heavy my hair was until I got this haircut, and even now too, it's still long, but not like annoyingly long, you know what I mean? And I feel like I just have so much versatility. It took me 5 minutes to style it, which is like crazy. I was used to my hair taking like 30 minutes to do something with, and then it would fall flat after like 15 minutes. I literally woke up today after washing my hair and just going to bed last night, and it still looked really good, and I was like, damn, this is so nice. So I'm feeling really confident. I feel a lot better about it, and I'm just happy to not have my hair in a hat or be wearing hats all the time. I still like them. I still will be wearing hats. It's not an everyday thing anymore, which is really exciting. I know it seems like I'm only here to talk about my hair. We have other things on the itinerary today. So I'm talking to this lady on Facebook Marketplace. There's this cute little like lamp that I'm eyeing. She's trying to bundle it with something else, and I really don't like the other thing. But at the same time, it's such a low price that I'm like, I might as well just take the other thing and try to sell it for cheap again and just get rid of it. So I'm gonna see if she gets back to me, because I do want to see if I can get the lamp. It's like this cute little frosted lamp, and it has like a cork bottom. The other thing that I want to do today is I want to go to Ikea, and specifically for a light. It is called the photo light. It's just a simple, like, I think it's like 10 inches long, like little bulb circular light. It's very simple, and I feel like it goes with a lot of different spaces and a lot of different things. Our living room is slowly turning into like an Ikea showroom. It's just, they're like the only place that sells stuff that's like kind of fun or like interesting, but isn't like $400+ Like, yeah, I would really like this coffee table, but no, I'm not gonna spend $600 on it, respectfully. I'm trying to make sure not to get too many things from there, but it's really hard when they have a lot of things that are kind of nice and kind of just work well with what's going on in this space. I was just gonna wait like next week and just go get it then. But I kept checking the app because I was like, oh man, they haven't been in for a while. Like, are they still like, do they have a lot? And there's 32 of them 2 days ago. And I was like, oh, bet. And then last night when I checked, there was like 10. So I'm like, oh my God. And we're just getting to the weekend. It's Saturday today. So it's been a week since I last filmed. It's gonna be gone. So they don't open for like another hour, so I'm not too worried there, but we're definitely gonna go in there and we're definitely gonna get that lamp before it goes. And then the other thing that I wanted to do was I reorganized some of the really larger plants in the living room and kind of just tidied it up. A lot of stuff was just thrown and just called it a day. I thought it looked okay. And I wanted it to feel a little bit more curated, even though I don't really know if that's the proper word. I just felt like things could look a little bit nicer. So I did some little rejigging and I think it looks really good. I'm like kind of happy with it. It's not perfect. I do think I'm gonna move more things around, but I'll kind of explain why I did it and why I like it a lot more now. So let me go do that real quick. So to start off, in this corner over here against the south facing window, I ended up moving the ponytail palm over here. And I just love it because of how interesting like the base is and just how funky this plant is in general. And she a little bald up here for now, but now that it's getting a little bit more direct light, I feel like it's gonna start to fill in more. And if you've ever seen these things when they're more full, they kind of honestly look like a whimsical little tree. So that's kind of like the goal. And I feel like the other thing too is the height of the couch versus the height of this is, it's nice. I'm not saying it's perfect by any means, but I feel like that just kind of looks clean in general. Once it fills in a little bit more, I generally think it's gonna be like a really fun like conversation piece. And once I find like a cute pot for it too. And then over here, I have my Euphorbia trigona, looking super tall and super pretty in this cracked terracotta pot. I really like it here just because it's still next to like the south facing window, so it's, you know, nice and bright, enough light for it in general. I also like how tall it is. I feel like it just doesn't take up too much space. I'm not saying this is where I need it to be forever, and it probably will end up getting moved because it is technically a pokey plant next to the couch, which I don't know how smart of an idea that is, but I don't know. I kind of like it for now. I think that's where the vibe is. And then over in the corner, we have this super cute philodendron squammy. Still literally cannot believe I got that for $20. Like, that was such a steal. I couldn't pass up on it, especially too because the one that I originally wanted from them was small and it was like 40. So like, yeah, I'm gonna take this big boy for 20 bucks. I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do with it. I might try air layering it. I might just trim it up. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in this spot either. It's just kind of there for now. I do like how it fills in the bottom area. It kind of hides like the little plug-in area. So I do like that. And once again, like with the Euphorbia, I also could see me moving that too, because it is something sharp next to a couch. I don't know how dumb of an idea that is in general. And then on the side here, we have the Hoya Australis. It's still kind of going through it, but I don't really have anywhere else to put it, and I want it to be getting some good light, so that's there for now. And then I have the Madagascar palm right on the side here. It just needs more light. It is growing. I see new leaves coming out. It's just not bright enough for it, especially because when I got this thing was living like outside. So that's a me issue. I will get like a grow light for it. I just haven't committed yet. So some point I'll do that, I'll readjust it, and I generally think it'll do a lot better then. And then on our side here, we have a couple different things going on. So we have the Ficus umbellata on the bottom there. That one I just kind of tucked there. It's doing good, it's pushing out new growth. I did treat it because I think it did have spider mites, and I don't think they have them I don't think it has it anymore. I haven't seen anything. Every time I water it, I just spray it down really thoroughly, and it's been pushing out new leaves since. They're still small, but they're new leaves, so I'm cool with it. And then I moved the big coconut palm in this corner here. I trimmed out the back area so like I could put it flush against the wall. And I do like it, but I don't know if I want to keep it there forever. I just think for now it works. It's cute, it's fun. And then right onto the side here, I have my Anthurium veitchii. And I actually took off 2 older leaves, and I kind of just shimmied the entire plant to face kind of more like the south facing windows behind me. I know they'll probably adjust and face more towards the west, and I'm super okay with that. But I just did it because it was taking up a lot of space over here, and I didn't feel like I could put anything against there. So now I feel like it makes more sense and it looks kind of clean in those regards. In general, I do like where everything's at. I can definitely see myself moving things around a little bit more, but having the space over here more open is just kind of nice. I feel like there's a lot of fun things we can do. We could probably get some cool shelving or a cool like bookcase and put it where the squammy is if we wanted to. I still really like the idea of getting like a small, like cute dining table to put over there, maybe one that like folds up. We talked about that in the past, and I that's the thing that I like the most. So, you know, potentially doing that and then getting rid of this. There's a lot of ideas and I really want to do a lot of things, but I just wasn't sure. And I think keeping it open will remind me what I want to do and like to hopefully slowly make a decision. That's where my brain is at right now. Oh, I do want to show you what I did with the Dracaena. I know it's not messy, but it feels kind of messy in here, so forgive me, but I ended up moving the Dracaena into the middle instead of having it in the corner of the bedroom. I really want something over here. I just don't know what to put. And the plant was doing okay, but it hasn't dried out in almost like a week and a half, 2 weeks now. And so I was a little worried. I'm getting a couple of yellow leaves. It is mostly older leaves, but still. So I decided to move it in towards the center. And I actually really like it over here. It fills in this space in a very interesting way because it is kind of messy and just weird in general with our desk setup. And I don't really like our laundry basket there, but we just don't have anywhere else to put it right now. What I ended up doing too was, since it was set up this way and you can kind of see it, I actually took all the little cutting things that I did, like with the rope to keep them together. I switched it out with fishing line, so you can barely see it, but I have fishing line kind of holding it all together. And I love it so much because it almost looks like it's just like that when really it's being held down for its life to make sure it doesn't like fling and hang out too low. But I can see it in the future, it's starting to like push itself more towards the window on both sides, and I think it's gonna look really, really pretty. During the afternoon, this whole wall is hit with direct light from the west facing windows. So more than enough light than what it's getting. And then another little update on it too is this little guy back here is doing so good. I can tell my cat was messing with it at one point, so I tucked it away. And so it should be good now. Now that we've done some bedroom updates and some living room updates, I wanted to do some personal updates. So I'm super excited. I start a new job kind of towards the end of February, beginning of March, and it's for a small business that does a lot of like handmade wooden awards and things like that for different types of events. So like, for example, for marathons or races, things of that nature. So I'll be one of the people kind of going on and being hands-on and making some of those different awards, which sounds kind of fun and just different from what I've done in the past. I'm very customer service oriented. I like talking to people, I like helping people. That's just always how I've been. And so for me to have a job where I kind of just work and I'm not really having to worry about like customers, I'm kind of excited for. I think it'll be like a good kind of change for me. The other thing is just the hours are very flexible, and that's kind of what I was looking for the most. I haven't had a steady job since September. I've been making ends meet just doing contract work, photography gigs, video work, weddings, just all kinds of different things. And so I have been extremely, extremely lucky that I've been able to like keep up by doing a lot of that stuff, but it's not steady, and that's why I've been looking for something. And I have had opportunities with other jobs. I worked one shift at Costco and I was like, I'm not doing this. I absolutely hate working for corporates. I'm done. So that was shortly lived, but I've been keeping my eyes out. And so I'm very excited that I think I found something that kind of aligns with me. And everyone there was so nice. Like that interview, I showed up and they were like, good morning. Like, how are you? The person who gave me the interview, we were just chit chatting. They had a dog come in. There was a dog in the office. I didn't really have that many complaints at that point. It seemed really, really cool. The vibe seemed really, really nice. And I think it's just gonna be like a nice, fresh opportunity. So I just wanna give a little update. I'm really excited about it. And you know, I'll probably talk about it more in the future once everything gets going. But I think it's like almost 10 o'clock my time. So let's get to Ikea before that lamp goes. We just got to Ikea. I'll try to film stuff. I've mentioned it before. I get like really embarrassed when I have to pull out my phone and there's a lot of cars here already. So I feel like I'm gonna get nervous, but I'll always try to get like key moments. I think I'm gonna go straight for the lamp. There's only 9 left now, so I'm just gonna go and grab it, and then depending on my vibe, I might do like a little walkthrough, you know, just to see things that I can't buy right now. You know how it is. Oh, do they have the donut? I don't think they do. No. Oh. No, I don't know what to do. Do I want the donut or do I want the auto? I need this cute little tiger so bad. I know exactly where I would put it too. It's on sale. Oh, it's on sale. Oh. Oh, I will be coming back. We have this one in the living room, but I kind of feel like this is like way more pristine. I need to sell the big one that I have because they have it in like a yellow color, and that's like way cuter. Now I gotta check the plants in the pots because I'm curious. I don't usually ever buy anything from Ikea, but it's still fun to look. Okay, anthuriums. Do I see some syngoniums? Okay. Cute. Some bamboo. Some orchids. I don't like any of their pots. Like 9 times out of 10, their pots really disappoint me. I have a couple of them, but I just don't like them. Some Dracaenas. Some Brazils. Okay, Monstera. They got some pretty big Sansevieras. Decent size money trees. I forget what these are called, but they have really pretty blooms. They're like echimas or ecmas. I always forget. All right, we made it back to the car. It wasn't too crazy. It's still early, so I feel like people are still coming in, but I ended up getting the photo lamp. So I'm excited. It's gonna be, I have a couple ideas of where I wanna put it, so it's gonna be cute. I really wanted that donut lamp. I'm like, I want to go back in and get it. That's how bad I want it. But I told myself, hey, you're just getting this light. This is the only thing you're going to get. There's nothing else there that is there for you today. That almost got me though. The intrusive thought was like, get both. But I was like, no, I can't do that. I need to be responsible. That, and like I said, there's too much Ikea stuff in there right now. So that place is slowly turning into like a showroom. So they need to sponsor me. Like, with that being the case, we're going to head home and we'll get this light set up, even though we won't really be able to see it. You know, just got back from Ikea. We have the light, got the fixture. I don't think the setup will be too crazy. I'm gonna break something. I'm gonna actually take this out real quick and I'll shoot it a different way. If y'all can see how I have my phone propped up right now. Oof. I just like that sound. That's that. There really wasn't much to open. All right, let me go grab my little light bulb. So I'm super extra and I have a bunch of Philip Hughes light bulbs. I've slowly been collecting them over the past couple of years because they are pretty expensive, at least compared to a lot of different options now. But it's one of those things where like now that I'm in their ecosystem, I have a hard time getting other things because those other things are out of the ecosystem, and if they're out of the ecosystem, they don't work the same and they're not as like smooth. So it's just me being extra and picky. Okay, it's telling me that I need to like push these up. Ooh. And then this just goes in that way. Okay, maybe? Yes. We have a light. You can definitely see like some of the dust and dirt on the inside of it. So I think I'm gonna give it a good wipe down. I don't know if you can actually see from, you probably can't see. I don't know why I'm trying to do that. It feels like I am gonna give this a quick clean from the inside. And then there are 2 spots I wanna put it in. They're both like over there where the red pot is. So I'm gonna see which one looks the best and then kind of go from there, I think. So the first spot is up on the top area, kind of like in the middle of all those little plants. I don't know, something about it kind of being like not hidden away because it's a lot bigger than I realized, but having it there kind of feels, I think, interesting because it's not the focal point, but at night when the light comes on, I feel like it will really be attractive in that area. But I'm thinking, at least based off of how it looks right now and just going around the space, I don't really think I like it there that much. I think if it was a tad bit smaller, I think I'd like it. So I think what I'm gonna do is, for the time being, I'm gonna put it in the second spot, which is literally right in that little cubby there. We finally put the record player out and now we have it and we're using it. And that's where I used to have it. So now I'm like, I don't really feel like, I don't know what to put there. I didn't really want to spread things around. So I feel like a light right there would be kind of perfect because this area in general is a lot darker. We actually have a like standing light behind the mirror now. I don't think I've gotten a good video of it or photo of it or anything so far, but there's a light that kind of emits behind the mirror and it's really like moody and it's kind of nice, but it's still not bright in this space. And so if I got the donut lamp, I literally would have put it probably in that space right there. But I think this down here will just give us a little bit more of like a pop of like brightness and light and whatnot too. So let me get it swapped around real quick. So here it is now. I definitely like it down there. It kind of just fits perfectly. It's not too big, but not too small. And it gives a nice glow in that like area down there. I think at night it's gonna be really, really pretty. So that's where it's going. We're gonna keep it there for the time being and then we'll see how things go and what we might adjust later on. That is going to be a wrap for the video. Thank you so much for watching. I had such a blast going to the plant swap earlier this week, getting the big old squammy and kind of just running around and doing little things and filming it that way. It's something that I have never really done before and it's kind of out of my comfort zone and it was fun. It was weird, but it was fun. So hopefully we'll do more things like this in the future. If you did enjoy the video, definitely give me a thumbs up. It helps out a ton. Share it with your friends, leave a comment. And if you haven't already, definitely sub. That also is a huge, huge help for me there. But with that being the case, I hope everyone has a lovely rest of their day, wherever they may be. And I'll catch you in the next one. Later.